Alright, so what's up YouTube? We're going to be talking about a product that I don't really see a lot of reviews for, and this is a high-end type bitch. You know what I mean? And it comes in a box, and yeah. So let's get into it. Let's do it. So yeah, it's the Ogeny by Otis Collection, and this thing's kind of high-endish, and I've had this thing this was probably one of the first real high-end type vaporizing RDA things that I purchased, and I've never really used it because, well, I'll show you down below, but I just never really used it, and it's been out for a while, and I would imagine that's why you really don't see a lot of reviews on it. It was it's up there in price, and I mean, yeah, let's just get down to the table and discuss. But yeah, let's do it. Okay, so this is the packaging for the Ogeny RDTA. You open it up, that's where the RDTA would be sitting. You take this out, take this out, and you get a spare glass. And this is the glass that comes with the regular edition. Now, my edition's a little bit different. It came from a guy who runs a shop in Canada. It's called Vapes by Anushi or Anushi, and he has a pretty successful vape business, vape shop, and they sell online a lot of high ends and stuff. Now, this is the RDTA right here, and mine's the Ultimate Edition, and you'll see. I'm not going to be using this coil because this coil is way too big for this, actually. But this is how you'd want to you're gonna want to like maneuver your coil. Now they say you can use 2 coils in this, but I just think I don't even understand how you would do that. I just think it's way too tight in here. You'd have to use just round wire, but I don't believe that that's true. You can put 2 coils in here. There's where you're gonna be filling your juice up from, these 2 little spots, and then they give you this, which will sit down right in there and plug those holes up, but it won't plug your the air holes up. You see what I mean? And they have like teardrop air slots, and they go down at an angle, and they're going to correspond with those teardrops right there. And this looks just like the Ogeny or the OADI that they make from Addis, yeah, from Ogeny, or from Otis Collection and Design. I don't know why I just said that so many times, but yeah, from them. Now you're going to see that that's a clamp, and that's how you're going to do it. And it's, I don't know, I have a hard time building on this myself. No, that one came out too. And then you're going to see that's your positive, and this is your negative. And your positive is gold plated, and this isn't underneath. This is on both sides. This is gold plated too, your clamps. And as you can see, I barely even actually ever used this, and the gold plating has come off. So yeah, that's that. But I've only used this thing a couple times. Now, looking at the airflow, it's actually a very small airflow. This is about a 22mm RDTA. And then if you're looking at these, the wicking holes themselves, I would say they're a little bit bigger than maybe 4.0. That might be 4.0 for the wicking spots itself. I just don't see how or why you would use dual coils in this, but I guess if you really wanted to, you could, because you take out this piece, these 2 little, there's a disc that sits underneath here. I'll take it apart, I guess, later. But there's a disc that sits underneath here, and it plugs up these 2 ports. And initially, you could put cotton here and here. All 4 spots would be your wicking ports. But I don't do that, and I just don't think that that's even necessary to show. So yeah, I'm going to wick this and show you what it would look like. Okay, so very quickly, I didn't really even want to show this, but I feel like I have to. This is the disc that's going to make it dual coil or single coil, and it sits there with this pin, and it holds it in here, and it's going to be like this, and it's going to make it so it's only single coil, and it's going to prevent leakage out of the 2 ports. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's going to sit just like this. Sorry, I'm looking through the camera doing this, but it's going to look something like this, and it's just going to sit right in there, and it's going to block out these 2 ports, and then it's going to make it single coil. One more thing, at the bottom of the deck it says Otis Collection and Design, and I believe Mine is either number 680 or 89, but I'm pretty sure it's 680 is my number. And this pin right here, you can get a squonk pin. And as you can see, my gold plating is actually coming off of this too, which is pretty disappointing seeing as how I barely ever use this. This is going to go in here. If you wanted to take this apart, you know what I mean, this would go in here and it's going to sit up there like that. And then these two little things are going to go right here, and they're just going to spin on. I mean, the threading and everything's nice on here. It's nice and secure. You're going to see that this is just, you just screw this in, but it's going to fall out because I don't have my top clamp in, because that screw is going to correspond with that clamp, if I could get it to focus. That's where your 510 pin is going to screw into. So yeah, I'm going to put a build in here and show you guys. Alright, so this is what it should look like. You can see how the coil is angled. Now, the one thing I've never really understood about this shit is that's not even going to hit the coil right there, and this one is hitting the side of it. And I could have bent the coil a little bit more to make it angled better, I guess. But the way it is there is how I don't know. Either way I build on this thing, it never comes. I know that coil looks like janky as hell, but I don't know. I'm an experienced now coil builder, and when I first bought this, I was not. So I gave it some time. A couple months went by. I learned how to build, and yeah, I don't know. I'll show you when we get back up on top. But that's how it should look. Maybe if you want to take a little bit more time fidgeting around with it, you can take the coil and angle it more like this, so that way the airflows will be hitting each side. But I mean, hey, it's difficult. And when you're working on a deck that's the size of smaller than the size of a penny, I mean, look, that's the size of the deck is smaller than the size of a penny. It's hard. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to look, and we're gonna go back up on top and talk about it. Alright, so when talking about this RDTA, I like RDTAs a lot. So when I first started vaping, I really wanted like a good RDTA. I wanted one that was, not that expensive always means good, because that's not always the truth, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, look at Donald Trump. He's expensive and he's not good. So, yeah. But, I just never really liked this RDTA, to be honest. I think the flavor's there, but for the price of it, and I hate to bring price into this, so maybe I won't say how much it was, but it rhymes with 185. And I was just disappointed when I first got this, because I've had this, like I said, for a while. I mean, look how it looks. I liked how it looked. I thought it's a very nice looking RDTA. It's very clean. That's the Vapes by Anushi or Anushi's logo. He had it laser etched in that, or into the Ultim. And I just wasn't really impressed with this as much as I thought I would be. I mean, I'll take a quick little hit. Now, this thing is not a cloud chasing type RDTA or RDA or whatever you want to say. It's meant for flavor, and it's not meant for big coils. And you can tell by how small that area was down there. I actually, if you saw in the beginning of the video, I had a Clapton in here, a fused Clapton in here in the beginning, and that just didn't work. It doesn't fit this kind of RDTA. Now, if you were to have maybe like a Clapton, just a regular Clapton in here, like a really, really small one, you might get away with that. Now, it's not going to get hot. This one's not going to get hot because it's Ultim. And I mean, it's a very nice Ultim. I mean, this thing is machined very nice. However, you saw the gold plating down there, and it's already coming off. Now, for something that costs as much as this did, that's unacceptable to me, and I just don't think that's okay. And, one time I had asked why didn't the metal top, because this actually comes with a metal top cap. If you go out and buy this, it's going to come with a metal top cap. And I actually messaged the guys at Otis Collection and Design like a couple months back, and they actually were willing to sell me just the top cap. Now, their customer service seems like it's good, okay. I saw a video from Jay Hayes, and he had issues with their Tankit or some kind of RTA, I believe, and they fixed it for him. So from what I see there, I guess they have good customer service, but I just don't think this was thought through. I know the RDA kind of looks like this, like how the airflow comes like this, but your coil kind of sits weird to where the airflow isn't really hitting it. But I'll take another quick hit. I mean, the flavor's there, but for 185 bucks, I think that you could get like the avocado and it's the same damn thing. But I mean, if you look how I have it set up, you know, another negative is those clamps. There's no spring, and the screw itself is actually very small, so they lift up really short, and it's really hard to get your coils built in this. So if you're like a new vapor, this is definitely not for you, because if you don't know how to build, you're going to be kind of like shit out of luck on this one, because it's hard to build on. And that's coming from me, and I know how to build. I'm not like tooting my own horn like toot toot, you know what I mean? But it's hard to build on. At the moment, though, you know, it's hard for me to really, I know that this isn't probably professional of me to keep bringing this up, but if I'm going to use anything right now, it's single coil, it's going to be this. And it's the B2K RSA. And it's, like, you could get maybe 4 or 5 of them for the price of this. And, I mean, just so you don't think I'm just, like, promoting for them, I mean, I bought a lot of them, you know what I mean? I don't know, you can buy a squonk pin for this, because this is only like a 2 milliliter juice well down there, tank. This is a 22 millimeter RDTA. I just don't think this is good. Let's just say, if my neighbor's dog were to eat this and shit it out, would I still vape it? Ugh. And why? Because my dog isn't an asshole and wouldn't eat my shit. But no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't vape this. So that's about it, you know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. This is a high-end price thing, but high-end doesn't always mean good. I just think that they missed the mark on this. I don't know if they came out with another one, but I don't think I would buy it if it was like this. First of all, the build deck's too small. The clamps suck. It's just not well thought out. I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I think that for the price of what this is, there's so many other RDTAs out there that you could buy that if you were to see this and like think, whoa, maybe I should buy that for my collection, then I would just buy it for your collection. I wouldn't use it. But yeah, that's about it. This review was supposed to be short, and now I'm just rambling on. But yeah, name change is still up in the air. Videos will be uploaded every Monday and Thursday as of after this video or to the video before. But Monday and Thursdays will be my new upload time, upload day. And I believe I'm going to change the name of my channel to Mountaineer Vapes. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Just remember, it doesn't have to be expensive to be good. It can be relatively cheap and be better. So yeah, that's about all I got to say, guys. Let's just say we did it, alright?